Hey, y'all. We are here, season 2, episode 22 of Fancy's Let's Talk About It. And tonight's topic is 3 ways to protect your energy. We all know it's important to protect our energy. So, join me and we'll get right on into it. Hi there. Hey there, Karen. Hi there, Honey Bunch. Hello, everybody. All right. Good to see you guys. All right. So, it's an interesting topic, no doubt. 3 ways to protect your energy. Okay. And it's going to be season 2, episode 22. Fancy's Let's Talk About It. 3 ways to protect our energy. So we all know that our energy really is what we give off. It's what keeps us centered. It gives us peace. And our energy is a precious, precious resource for ourselves, along with, it being vital to our health, to have good energy, to be healthy, have healthy energy. And so tonight I want to talk to you guys and also get your input, your, experiences and your opinions, and advice, of course, on how you protect your energy. I've come up with 3 ways of protecting our energy. So we're going to get right on into it. For our first way to protect our energy, I'm going to tell you that number 1 tip is to avoid toxic people. Avoid toxic people. And what I mean by that is we all know people who always have something going on. They always have something going on. It's always some drama. They're always mixed up in something. They know everybody's business. They're always feuding with everyone. They have all kinds of issues. They're always just in the know, in the mix. And it's not things that are good things to be involved in. In other words, it's not something that's going to have a positive impact on someone's life or even their own, making it better, or something that would be something worth talking about, I guess. They're not going to gain anything from that. So being around those toxic people, what you don't realize most of the time is when you're around that negativity, you actually absorb it, even if you are not a negative person. Have you ever been talking with someone and you just kind of, talk with them and you listen to them, and then you're on your own, you walk away, or you're back in the car, or you're, at home doing whatever, and you just feel drained. You feel exhausted. That's because you took on that negative energy. You took on the toxins from the conversation, from their behavior, from, the gossip, from whatever it was that they were involved in that caused that dramatic scene that they were discussing with you. If they just always have drama, there's just always me, poor me, something's wrong all the time, everyone's attacking me, it's just me against the world, and, nobody, is here for me. Hey, lady. And nobody is here for me. It's just me. A lot of times, that's a very toxic person. So ways that you can, avoid toxic people is to just, really take a look at your circle. That doesn't mean that you have to cut communication with that person, because everybody deserves to be, especially if it's a friend that you've had for quite a while, for many years or whatever. Everybody deserves, to have a friend. But that doesn't mean that you have to keep them in your immediate or inner circle. A lot of times it just means that you have to either, cut them off completely, or that, it's probably in your best interest, to just handle them from a distance. Yes, take a look at them, listen to what they're saying, just really listen. A lot of times when you're dealing with these kind of people, what you really want to do is just really promote good listening skills, so that they can hear their own self, so they can hear what's going on, so they can hear their own self talk. And so maybe when they're rewinding it in their mind, you weren't interjecting and you weren't offering advice while they were speaking, and you were actually practicing active listening, because talking and listening don't go hand in hand at the same time. You can't talk and listen at the same time. So if you're practicing active listening, then they will know that you weren't interrupting, and they'll be more prone, and they'll be more apt to go back and replay in their head and say, wait a minute, you know what? Did I really say that? Is that what I meant? Wow, it gives them an opportunity to take a look in the mirror, per se, or look at themselves and that's one thing that you have to do for sure, is to avoid toxic people, because that energy, you absorb it, it drains you. You know what happens whenever that happens to you. You know, I have a remedy for that. That's going to be a third way, you know. So for my next piece, you know, my next way to protect your energy, is going to be to take care of you. You have to take care of yourself. If you lose yourself and everyone else and everyone else's problems, and there might not be the first person that we talked about. They might not be a dramatic person. They might be someone that you love and that you, hey, Shelby, Miss Latonya Marie. Hey there, Lucille. Okay, so they might not necessarily be a person, you know, that's a drama person, you know, drama queen, drama king. They might just be a person that you love, a family member, you know, even your spouse or something. But what has to happen is that you have to take care of you. So what that means is that you can't get so wrapped up in everyone else's issues and everyone else's problems. Again, we absorb because we do love and we do care. You can't get so wrapped up in their issues that you forget about yourself. You know, you don't take care of yourself. You're full of worry and concern and care for someone else to the point that you do not take care of yourself. Aha. And Lauren, thank you. She says taking out the trash, aka getting rid of toxic people. Absolutely. Lauren, I can't tell you the number of times in my life I've literally said, metaphorically, I'm cleaning out my closets. Because you have to clean out your closet. It's not necessarily something negative that you're doing, but by associating with the toxic people, you're really inviting that energy to come into your life. Energy is a real thing, and it does affect your health. It affects your mental health, your well-being, and, you know, your stability. It affects your relationships, you know, your personal relationships, whether, you know, that's with your spouse or, you know, with your family members. It also affects you on a business level, with partnerships, or, you know, if you're with your employer, you know, or your coworkers. It really does affect you. People don't realize that. So listen, another thing, you know, in taking care of yourself is that, again, you can't get yourself so wrapped up and lost in what's going on with the other person that you start to neglect your needs. Don't neglect your own needs. Make sure, you know, that you're doing those very basic things, of course, for human survival. You know, you're eating, you're exercising, you know, you're doing the things that you need to do, that you're having your alone time and you're thinking, and, you know, you're promoting, you know, healthy habits for yourself. A lot of people don't realize also that while you're promoting healthy habits for yourself by doing the things that allow you to take care of yourself, you're actually setting an example for other people who are watching you. And this is one thing that I tell people that I love, you know, quite frequently. People are always watching. Someone is always watching. You never really know who's gaining strength from watching you go through whatever it is you're going through. Whether it's a growing season for you and things are all the way up, or whether it's a tough season in your life. You never really know, you know, how you're affecting other people. So by taking care of yourself, you're promoting healthy habits and you're promoting behaviors other people are watching, and it's helping them take care of themselves as well. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Kayla. Welcome. Okay, so listen. So far we've talked about protecting your energy 2 ways so far. We've talked about, you know, staying away from toxic people or removing toxic people. We've also talked about taking care of you. So if you want to chime in and give me some of your opinions or advice, go ahead. And then we'll go ahead and start going on to my third piece of advice, a third way to take care of yourself and, you know, and protect your energy. All right. And so you say, that's so true about people watching us. That's very true. Aiden, welcome. It's been a while. It is very true. I'm telling you, you know, someone is always watching. People will tell you, you know, through the roughest patches of your life, you know, you thought that you were down and that, you know, you were in the pits, basically. And people will tell you, you know, later, I've had people tell me, you know, I watched you. You were so strong. You gave me that strength. You know, I watched you. And through your strength, you know, you affected me and impacted me in a positive way. It helped me be strong too. It showed me how to be strong because I always reflected on what you were going through, And that would be people that were close and that had, you know, very close, personal, intimate knowledge of what was going on, especially in the pre-social media days, you know, and times. So people are always watching. Someone's always watching, and your behavior and how you handle yourself when you're faced with adversities, or even when you're faced with nothing but positivity and all the things are going your way. Like I said, again, you're all the way up. Things are going great. You know, people are watching how you handle yourself. Not only how you handle yourself, but how you treat people around you, and how you show appreciation for your fortune, you know, at the same time. And then when you're down, they're obviously watching too. Some people don't have the very best intentions, but even when you're down, they're watching as well, and they're seeing how you handle yourself. So it's very, very, very important. Okay. And Miss Latanya Marie, she said, this is an awesome video. I have to share this. I always ask you guys to share it if it touched you in some way, or if you appreciate it, or if you think that it can help someone else. That's absolutely my mission. For Fancy, let's talk about it very briefly. I will say that my mission for the show all the way was, you know, that it, as long as it helps promote a conversation between you and someone that you love, or if you're helping someone, I always say people will come to you and ask your advice, whether they're a friend or family member. Maybe they don't have the words, or they don't know how to start a conversation about something that's going on. You know, if we're able to, you know, promote that conversation, spark the flame per se, to get the conversation started, that's my whole entire total mission. And we've been able to do that. I mean, whether you go home and, you know, and it's something that you know, you're upset about, or you're concerned about, or something that you want to grow through or grow to, and you say, hey, you know what, I was checking this, you know, Fancies, let's talk about it out here on Facebook Live, and she said, or you know, one of, you know, the people that were watching said A, B, C, or D. And so if that helps the conversation get started, then my mission is fully complete. It doesn't have to go away that I think it should, because of course we're all different people. So you guys, so Lauren says, find something that makes you truly happy that is not work related. Absolutely. You have a separate work and a separate life. I always said that. I remember one time I got interviewed for a job, and they said, what sets you apart, you know, in your life? And I said, I have a good work-life balance. And there were two of them in there. There was a director and there was a manager. And they both just started cracking up laughing. And they're looking at each other and they're like, work-life balance? We don't even know what that means. All we do is work. It doesn't matter if you work 60 or 70 hours a week. You still have to maintain a good work-life balance. Welcome, Marvin. And so you have to do that. It's necessary, essential to have activities that you enjoy outside of just going to work and getting caught up in the mundane and monotonous every single day routine. You have to shake that up and break it up. It's good for your health. It's good for your energy. It helps promote good energy. Okay? And then there are a few categories of watchers. In fact, absolutely. You are absolutely right. There are people who want to see you win, no matter what you're winning at. There are people who want to see you fail, no matter what you're failing at, if you are failing, or if you're just going through, like I say, a growing season. You know, we all go through growing season. Some of us are at different levels. Some of us right now are in our blessed season where, you know, wow, we're seeing the benefits of all the seeds that we once sowed. So we're in just the most beautiful place. We're all the way up. Nothing can bring us down. Or sometimes we're in a very bad place. You know, we're dealing with loss or devastation, or we're struggling with a business or an idea, or, you know, just with personal things. We all go through things all of the time. At any given time, someone's always going through something. So I always say too, that you have to be sensitive, and don't, you can't make blanket statements and expect it to cover everyone and everything all the time. And welcome, Kiki. Okay, so my third way that I, you know, am going to offer you guys to protect your energy, and some of you will really love this, and some of you might not understand because maybe it's not something you thought of. Maybe it's something that you hear a lot of. We do hear a lot of, you know, spiritual cleansing and spiritual practices, whatever those might be, being one with the earth, being one with the universe, whichever religion we practice or not. We hear a lot of things about the next one that I'm going to give you. Right before that, we're going to say, we're going to take another comment here. Those who admire and envy us. There are those who are jealous of us, and there are those who just want to find our weaknesses. You're absolutely right. There are people who just love to pick you apart. But, you know, people that are like that, you know, the latter, the people that are wanting to find our weaknesses, the people who are jealous of us, really, it just reflects who they are. You know, my mom always said that, you know, that was one of the best pieces of information that she shared with me, or knowledge per se. You know, she said, you know, that people reflect what they are. So if you're a negative person, you're reflecting your negative behavior, negative attitude, and you're walking around mistreating people, picking people apart, you're absolutely that person. That's who they are. And so there's not anything that you can do about that. But on the same token, you know, we, you know, have the ability to decipher the good from the bad, and you know, with a little bit of, you know, self-knowledge and a little bit of studying, we can figure it out on our own. It's not too hard to understand the nature of people. I understand the nature of people very well. And so it's an art. It takes time. So I'm going to give you my third piece of advice, my third way to protect your energy. And welcome, Sylvia, one of my oldest friends as well. It's going to be cleanse yourself with healthy practices. To cleanse ourselves with healthy practices. Cleansing comes in so many ways. You know, and what I mean by that is whether you meditate, you know, I try to meditate daily. You can meditate, you know, there are awesome videos on YouTube for all kinds of meditation, whether it's just music that promotes meditation and healthy healing, whether they're guided meditation, which is something that I actually enjoy, where they talk to you about whatever it is, you know, whether it's ridding yourself of negative energy, whether it's encouraging you, it's a video on encouragement, you know, encouraging you to find your, you know, your higher self, connect with your higher self, whatever that might be. You know, those are very simple ways they're very simple ways. We have the tools there now more than ever. Again, YouTube is a mecca for these type of videos. And, you know, with actual, you know, doctors and, you know, therapists, and you can just go on there and select the one. I really enjoy the videos by Michael Seeley that are on YouTube. There are a lot of really good videos by Michael Seeley. So meditation, absolutely. You know, it's basically one of those things that I say it's something to do every day. 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever. Lie down, you know, take your quiet time on the couch or you're in your room. Find a nice quiet place to relax. Put your headphones in. It's absolutely, that's my best piece of advice, is absolutely enjoy it with headphones. Close your eyes. Practice your breathing, which is also something that helps balance you and helps calm you with your breathing. And they'll talk to you about ways to do that as well while you're doing those guided meditations. Another one is to take time, take a long hot bath and soak. Add, you know, a couple of cups of Epsom salts and some essential oils. Take 20, 30, 45 minutes soak. What you don't realize is that when you're soaking, you know, you're relaxing your muscles, you're relaxing your body, you're restoring, especially if you exercise. This is also healthy for you as far as restoring your muscles, taking away bruising, you know, and pain from your workouts if you have intense workouts. Also, you don't realize that dermally, which is through your skin, you actually are absorbing, you know, the ions, and you're absorbing the salts, and you're absorbing the essential oils. And all kinds of essential oils promote all kinds of things. Lavender, for instance, you know, promotes calm. You know, grapefruit promotes mental clarity. So you can go to a health food store, you can do your research online as well, and you can utilize those things. Even not in the bath, you can utilize in the morning time when you're leaving, or at night when you're going to sleep. Rub some lavender oil or grapefruit oil here under your nose, here above on your temples, your forehead, you know, here where you can continue to smell here, on your wrist, behind your earlobes, you know. Those are really good things to do as far as, you know, some natural healthy practices to, you know, to do. The next one is very, very simple. It's not something that people think about. I'm going to tell you that it does work, because we are one with the universe. You know, you know, again, I never try to step on anyone's beliefs, but I believe that we are one with the universe. We originated from the universe, so we want to go back and ground ourselves. Actually, I did it today. I do it quite often. Go outside, take off your shoes, roll up your pants or whatever, step on the grass. reground yourself with the earth. You absorb energy from the earth. Mother Earth is here. You absorb the energy through your feet. You absorb those properties through your feet. And while you're doing that, I will show you just a very brief, very brief, cut short little way that, to sweep yourself. You want to sweep yourself with negative energy. So you want to start from head to toe. You want to sweep all the negative energy off while you're saying that, sweeping away of the negative energy while you're standing on Mother Earth barefoot, absorbing everything and all of the energy that she has for you. So sweep, make sure you don't forget anything front to back, head to toe, sweep it off, sweeping off the negative energy. We're sweeping off the negative energy. Really, it does work. Get yourself in a position to know yourself, know your body, listen to your body, and restore your body. Restore yourself. These are very simple ways to cleanse yourself with healthy practices. So I got some more comments here, and somewhere around us there would be people who quietly admire us and keep up on our activities diligently. They enjoy our presence and like seeing everything about us from a distance. Yes, you are absolutely right. I've had people say that. People watch. I have people watching for years, we've been doing Fancy's Let's Talk About It since the fall of 2016, and with a few breaks in between. And I've had people say, I've been watching since the beginning, and I'm here for this. I come here for it. It's a weekly thing. We're back tonight, after 3 months of not being on, and people say thank you. It really helped me. People inbox me for advice, or they DM me on Instagram, for advice, and they talk to me about it. People are always watching. People are absolutely always watching. You don't realize, what you put out there into the universe, you're going to gain it back. It's going to come back to you. Whether you look at it from a karmatic, perspective, that it's karma, it's absolutely going to come back to you. So make sure that you're good to yourself. Other people are watching. Make sure you are good to others. So I just want to kind of go back over real quick 3 ways to protect your energy. Okay, so again, the first tip that I offered you was to avoid toxic people. Remember, we want to stay away from those toxic people. We don't want to absorb their negative energy, whether that means, like Lauren said, cleaning them out, getting them out of here, ridding yourself of those people around you, taking out the toxic trash. What I said was cleaning my closet, getting rid of all those negative people with negative ideas that are not promoting healthy behaviors. And our second piece of advice is to take care of you, making sure that while you're looking out for other people, whether they're not a negative situation, but they could be ill or they could be going through problems and you're concerned with them, that you are wholly taking care of yourself, that you are making sure that you're eating and exercising, and like Lauren said, totally taking care of yourself by making sure you're doing something healthy, and that you are, outside of your work, outside of what you do to make a living, okay? I know, it's just the camera. You can't do anything about it. The next one is to cleanse yourself with healthy practices. Cleanse yourself with healthy practices is going to be on the camera. I haven't learned to do backwards writing yet, Kiki, but, I will for the camera next time. So cleansing yourself with healthy practices, whether that's through meditation, whether that's through a nice long soak with Epsom salt, a couple of cups of Epsom salt. You can get scented kind, or regular old Epsom salt works, or whether you use essential oils in the bath as well, or whether you just utilize those essential oils every day. They will also react with your natural pheromones as well. Remember what I said, here in the temples, here, rub them in the temples here, rub it here so that you can smell it, rub it, on your palms, on your wrists so that you can smell those, behind your ears. Your body is absorbing that through your skin. Remember, a couple of them, like I told you, lavender and chamomile, actually, those two are very calming. Grapefruit actually stimulates thought. It's very good for your mind. Okay, so these are, helps your mind, helps promote good healthy thoughts and balance, So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple more comments from you guys, and also regrounding yourself. Like I say, go back out to Mother Earth, with your bare feet, stand out there. You don't have to stand there for 20 minutes. You can stand out there for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Absorb the energy from the earth itself. At that time, do the sweep of the negative energy away from you. Hey there, all my dream team. How y'all doing? And, sweep off the negative energy from head to toe, and say, I'm sweeping off the negative energy, do a prayer while you're there, all the way from head to foot, front to back. It's actually essential. It's very beneficial to you. You can read about it. Everything that I'm telling you is that you can read about. Okay. All right. So, and you say, now I'm watching you. I was just passing by, but got attracted to your talk. Really. I usually won't write comments, but you got me. Okay. So, I tend to engage people, and I love that. That's one quality that I do love. I really, I engage people, because, again, my mission is to get the conversation started. If it's a benefit to you, then I've completed my mission. It's not about me. It's about the audience. That's why I let you guys pick the topics. Okay. And so Lauren says, find a routine in life. Keep it simple. I would be a hot mess without Muay Thai, working out, and routine. And my weekly hour bubble bath. I do shower in between. LOL. Absolutely. So weekly bubble bath. But Lauren, you'd have to know Lauren to get her comedy. She's hilarious. And also very, practicing a very healthy lifestyle. And I'm happy that you found that, we have to find our center. We have to find, the routine or the mantra per se that works for us. But these are the absolute tips that I can give you to do that. I mean, in order, Ani say you are cool. Great job. Thank you. Thank you. It's always my pleasure. Again, I really enjoy, this outlet, for myself. I'm a big old ball of energy. I've been working on starting my podcast, and actually today I was doing my research on how I can actually not start the podcast because I've, getting the tools together for that, but actually how to, make it public, on Spotify. So I did find out how to do that today. I am still in the process of moving my videos over to YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, and it is, it's under Fancy Williams. So you can find me there, and you can request, the ad for, to subscribe to my channel and whatnot, and I can add you. But I am adding them on. I'm learning how to edit the videos, because especially when you're coming from Facebook Live and you're, putting them on YouTube, it is very raw. And when you look back, at a good finished product, you want to go look back at a very good finished product. And so something that's good. Hey, Maximo. Okay. All right. And so you say, add me. I've got something for you if you're interested, though. Okay. All right. Well, I'll take a look. I'm always interested in opportunities. I actually got an invitation for a podcast on Tuesdays, to join in a podcast on Tuesdays. And actually then also a podcast, just to kind of fall in on Thursdays. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see where we're going. A lot of people are in a like-minded way with me right now. We're on the same wavelength. So I'm really interested in doing that and promoting that. But for now, I want to tell you guys that, I absolutely appreciate your input. It's always good. I don't I usually have the same people. I get new people all the time, but I'm going to ask you to come back. I'm going to ask you please to submit your topics to me for next week. We will go live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard, give or take. Tonight I was having problems with my computer. I need to replace it. So we're on the phone. That's why it's a little bit different. But go ahead and inbox me your topics. Inbox me your topics, and we will go ahead and go live with that next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard. So before I wrap up, do you have any more comments on that? On 3 ways to protect your energy? It's always my pleasure, as always, you guys. I want you to know, without your support and without your viewership and participation, it wouldn't be what it is. It doesn't matter to me if I have 2 people, participating, or 20. It doesn't matter. Make sure, remember that you like my videos and that you share them too on your page, please. I do keep my page public so that we can, get new viewers and people to participate. Thank you. She says, great topic. Thank you so much, doll. Absolutely. Yeah. 3 ways to protect your energy. Just don't really realize how important it is to protect your energy. There are people out here that just kill that vibe. They can just kill your vibe. And they can just bring you down. We can get so caught up in other people's lives and problems that we just absorb that negativity. And we don't really realize that we are impacting not only our life, but we're impacting the people that are around us, whether they be our best friends, our family members, or our spouses. We have to be very, very careful about the energy that we're absorbing outside of home, outside of our immediate relationships and those people that we vibe with every single day, And again, I have to also say that it's very important that you keep, a good tight circle, that you keep, that you not only take, but that you give more than you take. You see what I'm saying? Always give more than you take. And what I mean by that is, my best friend and I, we have our own way, every single day. We don't miss a day. We send each other prayers, or we're checking on each other, and sending positive messages of love and good energy. And it's very rare that we're in the same season, but we celebrate each other's season. And I say that if you love and care for your friends, that you absolutely have to celebrate them in their season, and you have to support them in the down season. So your time is coming, and until then, protect your energy, whether you're all the way up or whether you're going through a rough patch. It's going to all work out. So make sure you share this video tonight. Make sure that you send me topics and suggestions for next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central Standard, for Season 2, Episode 23 of Fancy's Let's Talk About It. You guys, there's always a little time to be fancy, and that's me. So I'm going to let you go for now, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.